Good Monday morning, friends. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Come on in. Let's discuss the day. So you know it's Monday. It's my last day off before we go back to work. So I'm going to do some meal prepping today, and I'm going to prepare, get a jump start on dinner tonight. So usually around Thursday or Friday, I ask the boys what their plans are for the weekend. So I knew this weekend, I knew today they were going to run the Beagles, and so I don't know what time they'll come home because sometimes they'll stay out all day. So I knew this would be the perfect menu for today. So whenever they show up, it's fine. So what we're gonna have is some low carb cornbread. And you know I love our collard greens, so we're gonna do that because I can put that in the slow cooker and it can stay all day. So no matter when they show up, it's done. And I also bought a rotisserie chicken, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with that later. But first, let's get on to the low carb cornbread. We love this recipe. It's one of our favorites. It's so simple. It's perfect if you're doing low carb or you're diabetic, or you have someone who has to do gluten-free because there's no gluten in almond flour. So if there's someone in your life or even you that can't eat gluten, this is the perfect recipe for you. So let's get started. It's so simple. I've got an 8x8 pan. I've sprayed with some nonstick spray, and my toaster oven is preheating to 350 degrees. Okay, so we've got 1/3 cup of melted butter. Got in there. Come on out of there. And I have 4 eggs. Now the thing I like to do with almond flour, if I'm baking with almond flour, is I like to set my eggs out and have them come up to room temp. For some reason, it's not as an eggy taste if you do that. Makes sense? I don't know why that works, but it does. Go. Some of my favorite, I love pancakes, and when I became diabetic and I had to cut them out, I was so disappointed. But I found a recipe for pancakes made with almond flour, and they're so good. I just love them. They're kind of like almost like a crepe and a pancake together. And they really take that craving away when I have a craving for pancakes. Okay, so we've got our 4 eggs and our 1/3 cup of melted butter in this separate bowl. We're gonna give those a mix really quickly. Get that stirred up there. This comes together super fast. Grab a couple things here. Alright, sorry. Never prepared, am I? That's why you know this is real life, because I've never prepared. So next we're gonna have 1.5 cups of almond flour. Now I use the super fine. This is it. This came from Walmart. I think most supermarkets sell almond flour now. You can order it online. You can get it at Walmart, Kroger. I'm sure about any grocery store will have it. Now the original recipe calls for 1/3 cup of sugar, which I don't use, your sugar alternative, stevia, whatever. I use monk fruit, and I don't put that much in because, listen, the hillbilly in me just cannot put that much sugar in it. So if you want to add the sweet to the cornbread, do 1/3 cup of your sweetener. I'm just going to do about a teaspoonful, and that's plenty for us. That's your personal choice. Sweet cornbread was a very rare thing in my house. Occasionally, my dad would want Jiffy, and that was about as sweet as, we had as far as cornbread is concerned. Okay, so there are the eggs and the butter mixture. I'm gonna come over here to the almond flour. Like I said, it's 1.5 cups of almond flour, and I have 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Put that in there. I like to mix that all in with the almond flour. Give that a good stir. Now we're going to combine the two, our wet and our dry. So if you watched yesterday, we had our meatloaf smash patties. They were a big success. They were absolutely delicious. I loved fixing those that way. It was so much fun. I like to change just, you know, your regular recipe and do something different and fun with it. And we enjoyed it that way. So I guess the Chiefs won the Super Bowl from what Mason said. I didn't know. We didn't watch the football game. We have been watching a Netflix series, so Brock and I watched that last night. All right. Go. We're just going to mix this all combined together with a whisk. And that's it. We're done. We just have to bake it now. See how easy that come together? And it's delicious. I need a shirt that says easy and delicious, but it probably wouldn't go well over in the public or at work. 90% at lunchtime is men, so it probably wouldn't go over well at work. They would probably get a kick out of that. All right. I mean, it wouldn't bother me. I'm not that faint of a heart. I could take it. I could take the jokes. All right, get all this in here. I have a shirt called the Happy Hooker. It's actually a bait store at Lake Erie we go to. And I told Brock, I said, I just got to have one of them t-shirts. I love it. Of course, it says the bait shop. It doesn't just say Happy Hooker. All right. There we go. We've got that mixed right into our 8x8 pan. Y'all know I love a graphic tee. You see me wear them all the time. Different sayings on them. Okay. There we go. Just mix it out. It's kind of a thick batter. It's not really a thin batter. Got it all mixed around. There we go. I'm going to put it into my toaster oven, 350 degrees. I think about 15 or 20 minutes. I'll let you know the exact time, and I'll be back. All right, friends, we're back to finish supper. Here's that low-carb cornbread. Check it out. 350 degrees for 20 minutes. So it's all done and ready to go. I have back here my air fryer warmed up. Here it is. We're going to do our chicken. I also have collard greens, and I'm boiling about a half a box of noodles. I'm making Elena some macaroni and cheese. So let's start this chicken. Now, I knew today was going to be a busy day, so that's why I went ahead and picked up this roasted chicken. It was hot yesterday when I bought it. Put it in the fridge. Take it out. It's going to fit right in my air fryer there. Now, the other night at work, a customer was in and had this jar of stuff. I didn't know what it was at the time. Eating it with her pizza. So Brock asked her what it was, and she said it was hot honey. Ooh, hot honey. It's made local. She raises her own bees. It's made in South Salem here, just down the road from us. And I said, do you have a jar? She said, I do. So I bought a jar off of her. Now, I'm thinking, I don't know her recipe, but I'm thinking if you want to make something like this yourself, it looks like red pepper flakes, looks like some honey, and maybe some hot sauce. I don't really know, but I think you could probably do that yourself. I don't know. I don't want to take a recipe. It's delicious. So what I'm going to do with this air fried chicken is I'm going to take some of this hot honey and I'm going to drizzle it over our rotisserie chicken. Now, you could do the same thing. You can mix this up by your rotisserie chicken. Just something different. I want to get all of that on there. Not touching the chicken, even though it's fully cooked. got another fork here. I'm moving my chicken around so I can get to those wings. Get a little bit on those wings. Now the directions on the chicken said bake 325 for 20 minutes to heat it up. So that's what I have my air fryer set for bake. 325 for 20 minutes. You don't have an air fryer. It's not a big deal. They're in the oven. There we go. Bam. All right. I'll be back and then we will show you our complete meal. So here is my low effort Monday dinner. There are those collard greens. I actually added some of my canned pinto beans to them. I just love beans and greens together. A little bit of sugar if you want, some bacon, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, some bacon grease, whatever you want to add. This is our low carb cornbread. We like to crumble it up into our greens. It's like one of our favorite things. There is that hot honey roasted chicken I got from the supermarket. I got Elena some macaroni and cheese back here on the stove. First I'm gonna try this chicken with that hot honey. Find you some hot honey, make you some hot honey. That is delicious on chicken. Let's try the greens. I already know they're delicious. So good. The boys are home. We're going to eat. Hope you have a fantastic day. Thanks for hanging out with me and hope you have a good night, friends. Bye.